Most riders think any motorcycle can become legendary with enough marketing. But what if I told you that most bikes fade into obscurity within a few years of launch? Machines that look revolutionary in press releases, but quickly become forgotten footnotes in motorcycle history. In this video, we've got the 10 motorcycles that single-handedly made their brands famous, ranked from bottom to top based on cultural impact and lasting influence. And trust me, some of these choices might shock you. From failed experiments that cost millions to bikes that redefined entire categories, most manufacturers struggle to create even one truly legendary machine. And here's the kicker. The number one bike on this list didn't just make its brand famous, it created an entirely new type of motorcycling that generates billions in sales today. Stick with me to the end, because this isn't just a ranking, it's a masterclass in what transforms ordinary motorcycles into cultural icons. Miss this, and you'll never understand why some bikes become legends while others become expensive mistakes. Number 10. Honda Goldwing. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the Honda Goldwing, the undisputed king of touring that transformed Honda from a small bike manufacturer into a luxury touring powerhouse. When Honda introduced the Goldwing in 1975, they weren't just building another motorcycle, they were creating a new category entirely. The Goldwing's impact was immediate and revolutionary. Before 1975, long-distance touring meant suffering through vibration, weather, and unreliability. Honda's engineers looked at these problems and decided to solve them all at once. The result was a machine that redefined what motorcycles could accomplish. The Goldwing pioneered features that seemed impossible on two wheels: a smooth flat-six engine that produced minimal vibration, over 32 gallons of storage that eliminated range anxiety, heated grips and seats that extended riding seasons, and electronic suspension adjustment that adapted to any load condition. These weren't just luxury additions, they were engineering solutions that turned motorcycles into rolling luxury hotels. The introduction of dual-clutch transmission represented another breakthrough that made touring accessible to riders who never thought they could handle an 850-pound machine. Suddenly, riders with arthritis, shoulder problems, or simply smaller statures could experience long-distance touring without the physical demands of traditional clutch operation. What made the Goldwing legendary wasn't just its technology, it was its bulletproof reliability that backed up every ambitious feature. Honda consistently ranks as one of the most reliable brands with only a 12% failure rate in 4 years. Goldwing owners regularly report hundreds of thousands of miles without major issues, creating a cult following of long-distance riders who swear by Honda's engineering precision. The walking mode, reverse assist, and remarkable balance for such a massive machine proved that Honda could engineer solutions to problems other manufacturers didn't even recognize existed. When a bike weighs over 800 pounds, simple parking lot maneuvers become major challenges for many riders. Honda solved this with technology that seemed like magic to competitors. The Goldwing didn't just make Honda famous in touring, it set the standard that every luxury touring bike still tries to match today. BMW, Indian, and even Harley Davidson all measure their touring offerings against the Goldwing's combination of comfort, technology, and reliability. Number 9. Suzuki gsxr 750. Number 9 takes us to the Suzuki gsxr 750, the bike that created the modern supersport category and proved that Suzuki could build world-class performance machines that dominated both street and track. Introduced in 1985, the gsxr 750 delivered something revolutionary: a breathtaking combination of outstanding engine performance, crisp handling, compact size, and lightweight that had never been achieved before. The motorcycle industry in the early 1980s was stuck in a rut. Manufacturers were building either heavy, powerful bikes that handled poorly or lightweight machines that lacked serious power. The gsxr 750 shattered this false choice by proving that engineering excellence could deliver both characteristics in a single package. The gsxr 750 occupied a unique sweet spot that no other manufacturer could replicate for years. It pulled strong like a larger displacement engine while revving like a smaller one, offering the best of both worlds that riders had only dreamed about. This wasn't just marketing speak. Riders discovered a bike that delivered 750cc power with 600cc handling characteristics that transformed track days in canyon carving. Suzuki's engineers achieved this breakthrough by obsessing over weight reduction without sacrificing strength. Every component was analyzed for the optimal balance of performance and durability. The result was a bike that weighed significantly less than competitors while delivering superior power-to-weight ratios that translated into real-world performance advantages. The racing success came immediately. The gsxr 750 dominated superbike racing around the world, proving that its street performance translated directly to track dominance. This created an unbreakable connection between Suzuki street bikes and racing success that drove showroom sales and established Suzuki as a serious performance manufacturer. Suzuki's reputation for reliability backed up the performance promises perfectly. With only a 12% failure rate in 4 years, tied for second place with Honda, the gsxr 750 proved that Japanese engineering could deliver both speed and dependability. Owners regularly describe it as the perfect bike, capable of taking any abuse you throw at it all day long without complaint. The gsxr 750 became the benchmark that forced every other manufacturer to develop their own supersport offerings. It created a category that didn't exist before and established Suzuki as a serious player in high-performance motorcycling, proving that innovation combined with reliability creates lasting legacies that influence entire industries. Number 8. Yamaha YZF-R1. The Yamaha YZF-R1 lands at number 8 for literally blowing the competition out of the water when it arrived in 1998. This wasn't just another leader bike. It was a revolutionary machine that achieved the coveted 1-to-1 power-to-weight ratio and redefined what sport bikes could accomplish. The R1's vertically stacked gearbox was pure genius, allowing for a shorter engine and longer swing arm that optimized traction and handling. While other manufacturers were adding weight and complexity, Yamaha stripped away everything unnecessary, creating a 390-pound missile that produced 150 horsepower. Later models introduced the cross-plane crankshaft borrowed from Yamaha's MotoGP program, smoothing out power delivery and improving cornering drive. This wasn't just technology transfer. It was proof that Yamaha's racing success translated directly to street bikes, creating an unbreakable connection between track performance and showroom sales. Yamaha's stellar reliability reputation, with only 11% of bikes failing at the 4-year mark, meant that R1 owners could push their machines to the limit without fear. The R1 didn't just make Yamaha famous in sport bikes, it established them as the benchmark for lightweight, high-performance engineering that every competitor still chases today. Number 7. Indian Chief. Number 7 brings us to the Indian Chief, the most admired lineup from Indian motorcycle that proved American craftsmanship could compete with anyone while carrying over a century of motorcycle heritage into the modern era. Introduced in 1922 and revived in the modern era, the Chief represents the longest continuous motorcycle lineage in American manufacturing history. The original Chief's introduction in 1922 came at a crucial time for American motorcycling. Harley-Davidson was establishing its dominance, but Indian offered a compelling alternative with superior engineering and innovative features that often surpassed the competition. The Chief quickly became the thinking rider's choice for American iron. The Chief's massive Thunderstroke 111 V-twin produces 108 foot-pounds of torque that delivers power in a completely different character than Harley's offerings. Where Harley focused on tradition, Indian emphasized refinement and technical sophistication that appealed to riders who wanted American heritage without sacrificing modern performance expectations. What made the Chief legendary was its superior ergonomic design that created a commanding presence without punishing the rider. The low seat height and relaxed riding posture allowed riders of all sizes to experience big twin power and style. This accessibility opened American cruising to riders who couldn't handle other manufacturers' offerings. The Chief's deep customization potential set it apart from mass-produced motorcycles that looked identical in every parking lot. Unlike bikes that required expensive aftermarket modifications to achieve individual expression, the Chief became a canvas for creativity that maintained exceptional build quality and reliability throughout the customization process. Indian's engineering excellence showed in details that other manufacturers overlooked. The rear cylinder deactivation system reduced heat and improved fuel economy during stop-and-go riding. The keyless ignition and advanced ride modes proved that American manufacturers could embrace technology without losing their traditional character. Riders demanded genuine performance and reliability to back up the heritage claims. Indian delivered both with engineering that honored the past while embracing contemporary expectations for quality and dependability. Indian's recent sales increase of 4.9% in early 2025 proved that the Chief's revival wasn't just nostalgia marketing. It was genuine engineering excellence that resonated with modern riders seeking authentic American alternatives to mainstream offerings. The Chief didn't just make Indian famous again, it proved that American motorcycle manufacturing could compete on quality, performance, and style in the modern era. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. The legends ahead shaped entire decades of motorcycling culture. Number 6. Triumph Bonneville. The Triumph Bonneville claims number 6 as the bike that made British motorcycles synonymous with style and speed, while creating a cultural phenomenon that transcended motorcycling itself. Named after the Bonneville salt flats where Triumph set land speed records, the original T120 was advertised as the fastest production motorcycle made in 1959. The Bonneville's introduction came at the perfect moment in motorcycle history. American riders were discovering that motorcycles could be more than utilitarian transportation. They could be expressions of individuality and freedom. The Bonneville's combination of performance and style captured this emerging culture perfectly. The Bonneville's parallel twin engine and sleek design made single-cylinder bikes look instantly outdated while offering a more refined alternative to the agricultural feel of contemporary American V-twins. British engineering emphasized smoothness and precision that appealed to riders who appreciated mechanical sophistication. The bike's association with cultural icons like Steve McQueen transformed it from transportation into a symbol of rebellion and freedom that created a mystique extending far beyond motorcycling. Hollywood embraced the Bonneville as the perfect vehicle for depicting cool, rebellious characters who live by their own rules. When Triumph faced financial difficulties in the 1970s and 1980s, the motorcycle world lost one of its most important voices. The original Triumph represented engineering excellence and design sophistication that influenced competitors and inspired generations of riders who grew up dreaming of British iron. The brand resurrection and modernized Bonneville, reintroduced in 2001, proved that classic style could embrace contemporary engineering without losing its essential character. The new Triumph faced the challenge of honoring heritage while meeting modern expectations for reliability and performance. The 2025 Bonneville Bobber delivers 77 horsepower and 78 foot-pounds of torque while maintaining the vintage aesthetic that made the original famous. Modern features like ride-by-wire throttle, switchable traction control, and cruise control prove that retro styling doesn't require sacrificing contemporary convenience or safety. Despite Triumph's 29% failure rate being slightly above industry average, owners consistently praise the Bonneville's reliability and build quality that exceeds expectations set by the original company's troubled final years. The bike's 60.9 miles per gallon fuel economy and refined power delivery make it a practical choice for daily riding. The Bonneville's enduring popularity proves that some designs transcend trends and fashion to become timeless expressions of motorcycling's essential appeal. The bike continues to attract new generations of riders who appreciate its combination of heritage, style, and modern reliability. Number 5. Ducati 916. Number 5 is the Ducati 916, hailed as the most beautiful bike of the last 50 years, and the machine that made Ducati synonymous with Italian style and racing dominance. Designed by legendary Massimo Tamburini, the 916 was a perfect synthesis of Ducati's traditions and future aspirations. The 916's innovative technical solutions, including the single-sided swing arm and distinctive underseat exhaust, set new standards for superbike design. But beauty meant nothing without performance. The 916 quickly dominated the World Superbike Championship, winning 4 manufacturers' titles and propelling riders like Carl Fogarty to multiple world championships. This racing success created an unbreakable connection between Ducati street bikes and track performance. Riders didn't just buy a 916. They bought into a racing heritage that few manufacturers could match. The bike's radical and uncompromising approach influenced subsequent superbike designs across the industry. Despite Ducati's higher 33% failure rate and expensive servicing requirements, owners often view the 916 as an event to ride rather than mere transportation. The 916 didn't just make Ducati famous, it established them as the premium choice for riders who prioritize passion over practicality. Number 4, Kawasaki Z1. The Kawasaki Z1 roars into number 4 as the bike that established Kawasaki's reputation for building powerful, large displacement machines that redefined high performance. Developed under the project name New York Steak, the Z1 was conceived to surpass all competition in performance and styling. When the Z1 debuted in 1972, its 903cc DOHC inline-4 engine was unheard of displacement for its class, delivering 82 horsepower that left competitors scrambling to catch up. The Z1 quickly set a 24-hour world speed record at Daytona Speedway, proving its speed and reliability under extreme conditions. The Z1's success helped popularize the universal Japanese motorcycle format and earned MCN Machine of the Year accolades for 4 consecutive years. This wasn't just one good year. It was sustained excellence that forced every other manufacturer to reconsider their approach to large displacement performance bikes. Kawasaki's reputation for building well-built and reliable machines, with only a 15% failure rate in 4 years, meant that Z1 owners could exploit that 82 horsepower without fear of catastrophic failure. The Z1 didn't just make Kawasaki famous, it created the template for big, powerful motorcycles that Kawasaki still follows today. Number 3, BMW R80G/S. Number 3 belongs to the BMW R80GS, the bike that didn't just create a new motorcycle segment, it ushered in the entire age of adventure riding and fundamentally changed how motorcyclists perceive long-distance travel and off-road capability. Launched in 1980, the R80GS was the world's first adventure bike, designed to be equally capable on and off-road. Its designation G/S stands for Gelände/Straße, German for off-road/road, perfectly encapsulating its revolutionary dual-sport design philosophy. The R80GS proved its mettle by winning the grueling Paris-Dakar Rally multiple times, creating an unbreakable connection between BMW motorcycles and extreme adventure. This wasn't just marketing. It was genuine proof that BMW engineering could handle the most demanding conditions on Earth. The bike's innovations, including the monolever combined single-sided swing arm and drive shaft, lighter weight and longer suspension travel with a large 21-inch front wheel, created a new template that every adventure bike still follows today. At 410 pounds with 50 horsepower, it offered the perfect balance of capability and manageability. The R80GS quickly became BMW's best-selling model and inspired every other manufacturer to follow suit in the burgeoning adventure bike market. It didn't just make BMW famous in adventure riding, it created an entirely new category of motorcycling that generates billions in sales today. Number 2, Honda CB750. The Honda CB750 claims number 2 for literally redefining the modern motorcycle and shaking the established British industry to its core. When it appeared in 1969, the CB750 didn't just introduce a new bike, it established a new template for motorcycle design that dominated global markets for decades. The CB750 offered an affordable 4-cylinder engine with front disc brake, electric start, and flawless reliability. Features previously reserved for elite machines costing twice as much. This combination earned it the moniker Superbike and forced British manufacturers to completely rethink their approach to motorcycle manufacturing. Honda's engineering excellence delivered 67 horsepower from a smooth, reliable package that required minimal maintenance compared to temperamental British twins. The CB750's success wasn't just about performance, It was about dependability that transformed motorcycles from weekend hobbies into daily transportation. Recognition in the AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame and as a landmark of Japanese automotive technology confirmed what riders already knew. The CB750 had fundamentally changed motorcycling forever. Honda's consistent ranking as one of the most reliable brands, with only 12% failure rate in 4 years, proved that Japanese engineering could deliver both performance and dependability. The CB750 didn't just make Honda famous, it established Japanese manufacturers as the new standard for motorcycle excellence and began the decline of British motorcycle dominance that had lasted for decades. Number 1. Harley-Davidson Electra Glide and Street Glide. Taking the number 1 spot is the Harley-Davidson Electra Glide and its evolution into the Street Glide, the quintessential American touring motorcycle that embodies a free-spirited lifestyle and raw mechanical performance like no other machine in history. This isn't just about motorcycles, it's about the creation of an entire culture that spans generations and continents. Introduced in 1965, the Electra Glide revolutionized touring with its innovative electric start that solved one of motorcycling's most persistent problems. Before electric start, kick-starting heavy touring bikes required significant physical strength and technique that excluded many potential riders. The Electra Glide democratized long-distance touring by making it accessible to anyone who could turn a key. The iconic Batwing fork-mounted fairing, standard since 1971, created a distinctive silhouette that became instantly recognizable worldwide. This wasn't just about aerodynamics. It was about creating a visual identity so strong that you could identify a Harley touring bike from a mile away. The fairing became as important to Harley's identity as the V-twin engine itself. The Street Glide emerged as a stripped-down touring model that appealed to riders seeking a blend of sport and luxury touring without the full dresser aesthetic. This evolution proved that Harley could adapt to changing rider preferences while maintaining their essential character and appeal. The 2009 chassis redesign represented a massive engineering investment that significantly improved comfort and handling while addressing the notorious bagger wobble that had plagued heavy touring bikes for decades. This transformation turned the entire touring platform from a stability challenge into a precision instrument that could handle aggressive riding styles. What made these bikes legendary wasn't just their performance or technology, it was their unprecedented cultural impact that extended far beyond motorcycling. The Electra Glide and Street Glide became symbols of American freedom, appearing in countless movies, television shows, and forming the backbone of motorcycle culture that spans multiple generations of riders. The bikes created a lifestyle brand that transcended mere transportation to become expressions of personal identity and values. Harley owners didn't just buy motorcycles. They bought into a culture, a brotherhood, and a way of life that provided meaning beyond simple mobility. Despite Harley-Davidson's 26% failure rate and reputation for expensive maintenance compared to Japanese competitors, 72% of owners expressed strong satisfaction and would buy the same bike again. This brand loyalty is unprecedented in motorcycling and proves that some machines transcend mere transportation to become cultural icons. The 2025 Street Glide's liquid-cooled Milwaukee 8117 V-twin produces 105 horsepower and 130 foot-pounds of torque, while incorporating advanced technology like the Skyline OS infotainment system with 12.3-inch touchscreen, proving that tradition can embrace innovation without losing its essential soul and character. The Electra Glide and Street Glide didn't just make Harley-Davidson famous, they created an entire category of motorcycling culture that generates billions in sales annually and influences lifestyle choices, fashion trends, and cultural movements that extend far beyond the motorcycle industry itself. Now that you've seen which motorcycles created legendary brands, you need to discover the dark side of motorcycle history. Check out my video on 13 motorcycles that killed their own brand, where failed engineering and terrible decisions destroyed manufacturers that once dominated the industry.